Hello, Dr. Holes. This is going to be video assignment number 3, but number 1 for saxophone. So first, the theoretical range of the instrument, B flat, or E flat alto saxophone that I have. The theoretical range is from a low D flat, it looks like, to about a high A flat to A natural on the bass clef. Next, demonstrate procedure for putting the saxophone together. First, you're going to want to put on your neck strap. It's recommended to do that before pretty much everything. And then next, you want to pick up your saxophone. I start by putting my hand kind of in the bell so as to not grab any of the rods or any of the buttons on the outside and bending them or breaking them in any certain way. So again, I like to pick it up by the bell, kind of cupping your hand in it. Next, attach the neck strap to your this hole on the back of the instrument. You can see it's meant for just the neck strap. You want to make sure you're not clipping the neck strap onto any other part of the instrument. And next, I would say, is to put this piece onto, make sure this little gasket around here is loose, and then place it a little to the left, almost, because you're going to end up playing off center almost from your body. So I like to have it almost tilted to the player's like left shoulder. Perfect. Next, I'll talk about putting the reed on the instrument. So, just like the clarinet. My bad. Originally, when you're putting the saxophone together, you're going to want to wet your reed the whole time that you've been putting it together. Same as clarinet, you're going to have your mouthpiece with the ligature, and then you're going to want to make sure the reed goes on almost identically to how you put on the clarinet one. The ligature and the mouthpiece work the same way. So you're just going to want to take your reed, slide it down, and then the best way that I've been learning how to do this and putting on the best way is make sure before you tighten it that you have this little bit, when you push the reed onto the mouthpiece, there's like a hairline almost going over. I find that's the best position for me on the mouthpiece. Then you tighten up your ligature. Next, if you have to, apply cork grease to your to right here, since you are going to be sliding it on the cork, and then make sure that, again, when you put your mouthpiece on, that you're twisting it on and you're not just jamming it on. You want to make sure you can get it on there with the twisting motion. Awesome. And then talk about hand positions really quickly. So your left hand, or the player's left hand, is going to go onto these buttons here. You can kind of see them. So the correct way to do it is you skip the first one and your pointer finger goes onto, actually let's start with the thumb. So the thumb is going to go onto this black mark here so you can access the octave key back there. Next, you're going to want to skip the first hole, and then the way I know to skip is this key has a very rounded edge, whereas this one has a little depression in it, so it kind of feels like you should have your finger there anyways. So you skip the first one, pointer finger of your left hand goes on the second key. Then you skip the third one, which is smaller, and also this one has a depression again, so you know to put your finger on it. And then you get the fourth one down on your ring finger, and that completes your left hand. Next is your right hand. So it's kind of hard to show it like this, but you have to have your thumb underneath there in this little black, I don't know the actual name for this, crook, anyways, have your thumb on there almost the same as you did with a clarinet, and then your three fingers are going to go on these three buttons down here. Oh, let me mention pinkies since I forgot on both hands. Your pinkies are going to want to go on this hand, they're going to want to rest around this key, and on this hand they're going to want to rest around that key. Awesome.